Alright, so we are back and yeah, oh Peter, you're sitting in that wrong. I just needed to take a break because reading terminal after terminal after terminal after terminal kind of just wears on me. But yeah, let's read some more terminals. Alright, July 10th, DC trip prep. We are setting out today for DC traveling southwest by foot along the remains of I-95 through the Providence, New Haven, New York, Pennsylvania, Baltimore, and finally DC. A couple of those places got hit directly by bombs and the radiation is still pretty bad. We're bringing along as much Rad-X and Radaway as we can. September 5th. Finally made it here to Jefferson Memorial in DC. Arrived right in the middle of a group of supermutants trying to raid the place. Glad we were able to help fend them off. Project Purity has helped a group called the Brotherhood of Steel in defending the place. Hopefully, and that's enough. Met with James, Catherine, and Madison, the three scientists in charge of the project. Doesn't sound like they've made much progress since... Baguetti's? Baguetti's last report. Problems with the portable fusion generators. Equipment calibration, etc. May 2nd. We're making decent progress on Project Purity. Biggest problem is still what to do. We're making decent progress on Project Purity. Biggest problem is still that we don't know what we don't know. Every time we solve one problem, two more crop up. James and Catherine finally came out today with their relationship with each other. Everyone already knew, so now at least we don't have to pretend anymore not to notice. Good for them. Super mutant raids continue to be a problem. We lost 2 men from our Anytech security detail, and the Brotherhood of Steel lost more than 10 soldiers. They're starting to lose patience with us, but you can't rush science. January 3rd. At this point, we estimate about 10 or 12 months away from having a functional purifier. Apparently, that's not good enough for the Brotherhood of Steel. They became more vocal about their displeasure with losing good soldiers defending the site. They want a functional prototype within 6 months. Not sure how that's going to work out. Catherine announced she's pregnant today, due sometime in July. James confided in me that he and Catherine plan to scale back on work once the baby is born. That certainly wouldn't go over well with the Brotherhood. January 13th. What started out as a joyful day has turned into tragedy. Catherine gave birth to a healthy baby boy today, but there were complications and she died shortly thereafter. James is distraught, as are all of us. James and Catherine have become like a family the past 2 years. August 6th. The super mutant attacks are getting worse. Usually at least twice a day now. We haven't made any material progress since we lost Catherine. James is suffering depression and hardly gets any sleep with the baby. The Brotherhood has just about had enough with losing soldiers. They say their resources are needed in defending the Citadel and fighting off the super mutants elsewhere in the DC wasteland. I wouldn't be surprised if they pull the plug any day now. August 13th. James dropped a bombshell on me the other day. His top priority has become the safety of his baby son, but he's out of options. He said that as much as Project Purity meant to Catherine, this is no place for an infant, especially an infant without a mother. James doesn't see how the baby can survive if he stays at Project Purity. James wants to leave, but his home is back in Boston. It will be roughly 20 years before the radiation levels are low enough between here and Boston for the journey to be safe enough to take the baby along. The doses of Rad-X and Radaway necessary to fight off the radiations are enough to kill the infant. But there's no good options in the DC wasteland either. I didn't know what to offer, but James and Catherine became like family, so that's when I let it slip. I told James that I was from Anytech. Our need for clean source of water, our association with Vault-Tec, etc. He was disturbed by that revelation, but I asked him to hear me out. Then I explained the vaults that Vault-Tec built, how most of them were social experiments, but that there was one vault nearby, Vault 101, that was safe to raise a baby. James just needed a way in. That was the problem. A water scientist was a very specific skill set, not a service that is easily tradable for food and shelter. What incentive would a vault have to let in 2 more mouths to feed? There was a long pause in the conversation. I have a secret to tell you. My real name is not James. I'm over 180 years old. My real name is Sean. And that's when it hit me. Basically, gave me his life story. Crazy stuff. I wouldn't have believed it coming from anyone else. Still not sure how much of it is true. James or Sean, I guess I should call him, told me. He never knew his real parents. He was born before the war. Made it into a vault as an infant, Vault 111, where they cryogenically froze everyone. And some place called the Institute thawed him out about 30 years ago. Used his undamaged DNA to produce androids indistinguishable from humans, called synths, and on and on. He explained how he wasn't allowed to leave the Institute until he was about 25, because the Institute couldn't risk his life until their Gen 3 synths program was complete. And shortly after is when he left to explore the feasibility of a large-scale water purifier on behalf of the Institute. But now, the project is doomed. He would be expected to return to the Institute. So you guys can basically clone people into these synths and give them fake memories, personalities, and whatever skill sets you want? I asked. Yeah, it's not perfect yet, but pretty much, Sean confided. I have a crazy idea. I told Sean I have a deep-range transmitter and offered him to let him use it to contact the Institute. Over the next few days, he worked out a plan. The Institute would clone Sean from his DNA and memories they would already had on file before he left. Except, they would give the clone skills as a physician and a child care expert. The synth clone would travel to DC, assume the identity of James, gain access to Vault 101 as a physician, since that is a skill universally in demand, and raise a child in safety there. Sean would return to the Institute. It wasn't a perfect plan, but it was the only one we could think of to ensure the baby's survival. That is crazy. That is some interweaving next level shit between games. August 27th. Sean, still known as James to everyone at Project Purity, announced to the team that today is his last day with Project Purity, and that Madison Lee would be taking over for him going forward. It was a sad scene, but everyone seemed to know it was coming. Sean is going to lay low at a safe house with the baby for the next few weeks until the Sean clone shows up. September 9th. The Brotherhood of Steel is pulling the plug on Project Purity. Dr. Lee never got along with them very well. James/Sean was the glue that held the relationship together. But, with his resignation, the Brotherhood of Steel doesn't see how the project is going to get finished. Dr. Lee and most of the scientists are leaving to Rivet City. October 15th. Sean's clone, James we're calling it, showed up today with a group of Gen 2 synths. This is going to be weird. James and the baby made it to Vault 101 this morning. They had some help from Star Paladin Cross and Brotherhood of Steel and some folks over at Megaton. It was emotional for all of us. I can't imagine what it must be like to make that kind of decision as a parent. There wasn't any other good option, but still. Not sure how this is going to affect Sean. James has instructions to leave Vault 101 once Sean turns 19 and try to restart Project Purity. Okay, so that kind of makes sense, being that, like, I don't know, I was just thinking that his main, like, objective was just to take care of Sean, but then they said that they programmed into his brain, once he turns 19, you need to leave. Okay. November 22nd. Sean and I are leaving DC for Boston tomorrow. These last 3 weeks, Sean seems like a completely different person. He's become bitter, refuses to talk about his infant son or about Project Purity, like they don't even exist. I can't imagine what he's going through. I'm going to head over to Project Purity's site this afternoon. We left a key piece of research behind the safe there. GoFile is telling me I'm an idiot to go. I should just leave it, but it's important. Oh god. GoFile here. Hendricks is dead. He was a good friend, but an idiot. Wouldn't listen to me. Sean and his security detail left for Boston, but I'm staying here in D.C. I will report back anything if I see anything interesting. Don't expect to hear from me for a while. Gloflil out. I don't know how to say that. That is one crazy fucking name. Okay. Well, we got the information we needed.
Terminal only.
Obviously. Alright. Ooh, great mentats. August 16th. I started a cult? What? Wait, what? Hey, it's been a while. You guys still out there? So, where to start? And what I've been up to for the past 19 years it's been? Ended up settling down in a town called Megaton, but it's located around a nuclear bomb that never went off, believe it or not. Decided to start a cult so I could hook up with these crazy chicks. But then I ran across a few nutjobs here in Megaton with the wackiest cult ever. They worship radiation. How do you top that? So I went with it and fairly quickly became their leader. They call me Confessor Cromwell. Oh god. It all comes together now. It's a sweet gig being a cult leader. Don't have to work. Followers believe whatever nonsense you say. Easy access to women. I keep pushing the envelope, spouting off progressively crazier nonsense about Adam, entity we worship, but no one ever calls me out on it. The crazier the dogma, the more followers seem to join us. Being around the radiation is kind of a downer, but I'm going to die early of cancer anyway from the radiation I got from the trip from Boston to DC all those years ago, so fuck it. Anyways, thought you might want to know. Remember that guy, James/Sean, that Hendricks wrote about in those logs in the late 2250s? Well, I guess he showed up at Moriarty's bar in Megaton today. Yep, James, or against Synth James, to be more accurate. Seems like he's looking up to start Project Purity again. I'll keep my eye on it. August 17th. Double whammy! First James showed up yesterday, then his kid, who looks just like the spitting image of James, showed up today looking for James, who the kid said is his dad. August 31st. The kid showed up at Megaton today. His eyes look like he's seen a lifetime in the past 2 weeks. Anyways, the kid decided to try to disarm the bomb in Megaton. I got a good scam going here with the Children of Adam cult, so I'll try to talk him out of it. But he wouldn't listen. Made me real nervous. Who knows if this kid knows what he's doing, and despite the whole nuclear division being birthed to infinite universes shit, I don't want to get blown up any more than the next person, but holy crap, he disarmed it. Praise be to Adam. Hopefully this doesn't ruin my scam. We might have to branch out though to find new radiation sources to worship. And that's when the fucking cultists came to Boston. September 14th. The kid showed up again in Megaton. Had a brief chat with him. Nice kid. Apparently, they're getting close with this Project Purity thing. I secretly hope he pulls it off. Kid's been helping out some of the locals here. Got himself a place here now. He had a cute girl with him too. I think her name was Sydney? I don't remember. Was there a companion named Sydney in Fallout 3? Or is he just adding to the lore? October 3rd. Talked to the kid again today. The news is spreading like wildfire. They made Project Purity work. You guys should really get down here and check it out. He might be headed your way though. Apparently James died protecting Project Purity from the Enclave. I'm a bit fuzzy on the details, but apparently the kid found some type of chip embedded in James's corpse. Wait, wouldn't he have had to like dug into his head, pulled out the synth component? I don't know. The kid showed the chip to some of his buddies in the railroad he was helping out, and they seemed to think the chip came from the Institute. They couldn't analyze the chip, but said that their railroad group in the Commonwealth might be able to help. The kid seems pretty shaken up about the whole thing. If James was a synth, then what happened to his real dad? He said he's going to head up to Boston to check it out. Apparently, that Sydney girl headed up with him. Something about wanting to explore old Vault-Tec relics. The kid also said I might not recognize him the next time I see him. Between the Enclave, the super mutants, raiders and slavers, etc., he made some powerful enemies here. Apparently his railroad buddies have access to doctors who perform full facial reconstructions on escaped synths. Are they gonna say that the Lone Wanderer is Deacon? If they say that shit, I'm gonna fucking flip. Alright, June 9th. Hey guys, what's happening? Long time, no talk. Just wanted to give you guys a head up, there might be some crazy shit headed your way. This Children of Adam cult has gone completely out of hand. I started spouting off some crazy shit about heretics as a joke to see how far I could take it, but it backfired. Not sure if it's this like mind-controlled drug Maya has been distributing, or if the people are really fucking gullible. As more and more wackos join the cult, the Church of Adam has taken a life and dogma of its own. I tried to preach peace, but you know how that can turn out with religion. It ends up getting misinterpreted by disciples as burning the heretics. The violence started with the Springvale incident, when this crazy chick, Mother Curie 3, started irradiating the water and distributing it as holy water. After they killed a few people, the Brotherhood of Steel got pissed off and started making life more difficult for us in the DC. I've tried to get rid of the nuttiest followers over the years. Convinced these two lunatics, Martin and Tarkus, a few years back that Far Harbor, Maine, was the holiest land and they need to leave and start a settlement there. Heard from a traveler that that area had radiation problems. Figured they wouldn't bother anyone there. I tried the same thing with Isolide, Clamco, Lydia, and Daria. Man, I fucked up those names pretty bad, but you know, I'm not going back on it. And their clique of worshippers, except I told them that Adam's holiest land was at Ground Zero in Boston. Anyways, they're headed your way. They're definitely on the crazy militant spectrum. Sorry about that. September 21st. Hey, I figured I'd check in. I hope those COA DC outcasts aren't causing too much problems for you guys in the Commonwealth. Heard you guys got a pretty sweet hotel and brothel up in Fusion City. Think I might take a sabbatical from my duties here in DC and head up there later this week to check it out. Alright, let's open the door. Jesus, we just got so much fucking information. Holy shit. Alright, I'm gonna save my game. Oh my god, that was a lot of info. Hey, what's up, buddy?
There it is.
Oh, there goes your head. And there you go. Peter, watch out! Here. Here. Here.
Mind me,
And
nice.
there you go. Oh, I'm so sorry, Peter. Oh, shit.
Ours now.
I hope that person wasn't important to our mission,
Sorry,
because
Peter.
I like their weapon.
Sorry, Peter. I didn't mean to do that. Oh my god,
Yeah,
terminals.
hi, it's Will Lumber again. Just wanted to make sure you knew that we are still issuing the standard kill orders on all troopers. Yeah. So I'm gonna have to ask you to go ahead and surrender your weapons and lie face down on the floor for execution. Okay?
Satan? Holy shit, there's so many terminals. Surveillance sex tape archives. Okay, I just want to look at all these real quick. Technical logs. Oh, Jesus Christ. Are you guys ready to read? For fucking 5 years, we're just gonna read all these goddamn terminals. Oh my god. Alright. Okay, I guess we could start with this one. Oh god. July 29th, 2288. Damn Jolf? Oh, Jolf was right. His group of Children of Adam crazies showed up at Ground Zero the other day, just over the hill from us, and started building dwellings. We'll keep an eye on them. March 15th. Something weird is going on over at the Ground Zero crater. Our surveillance team spotted the COA entering the cave there. I wonder if they discovered the remnants of Vault 59. July 22nd. The COA started spreading out all over the Commonwealth. Made it as far up as Salem. Their clothes and weapon have started to look different. Appears they've militarized into some group they call the Sword of Atom. October 14th, nuclear stockpile. One of our scouts said that they spotted a group of COA in their Sword of Atom attire entering the Sentinel site. As we feared, they are after the nukes there. Sword of Atom does not pose much of a threat to us, but still, we're going to beef up security on the nuclear stockpile here at Tinitek. Breaking. Sword of Atom attack imminent. We caught one of the new Fusion City Mall cop, Dale Gribble, trying to send out an encrypted message. He appears to be a spy of the Sword of Atom, gathering intel on how to access our nuclear stockpile. Gribble has been arrested and placed in a detention center for interrogation. Bad news is our scout on the surface reports Sword of Atom soldiers reporting from both the northwest and the northeast. Emergency Protocol 187 is officially in effect. Orders from Lombard are the 6 squads to head up to the surface immediately. The first 2 squads will guard the entrance. 2 squads will head southeast immediately and double back around to attack them from behind. The SOA approaching from the crater of Atom. The 2 final squads are to head southwest and ambush the SOA approaching from the northwest. Office administration personnel are to report undercover duty in Fusion City Mall, Club Fusion, and the University. All remaining personnel are to report on guard duty in the office area, detention center, and storage B. It is imperative not to create panic in Fusion City while we deal with this inconvenience discreetly. Fear is bad for business. The appearance must remain business as usual there. Orders are to shoot any intruder entering the office space from Club Fusion. Alright, so that means us. That's why they're shooting at us. They're just following orders, but you know, that means we gotta kill them. Oh god, there goes my phone. Oh, Derby Gamer Guy commented on PS4, my Edward disappeared. LOL. I don't know what to say. I'm sorry that's happening to you. I'm really sorry about that. Okay, hey, no, don't touch that computer! Surveillance sex tape archive. Yeah, Peter, go over there. Peter, you're not allowed to look at this. Peter, move. Peter, goddammit, move. Yeah, just look in the box. Actually, okay, now look in the box. Okay. Fusion City Female Showers Archive. Are you at least 18 years of age? Yes. Please enter your badge number. Oh god. Here it is. Oh shit. Shit. I don't have it with me. Damn it. Have a nice day. Fusion City Mail Shower Archive. Are you at least 18 years of age? No. Yes. Enter your badge number. Here it is. Do I type? How badass would that have been if I like typed in numbers and it actually did it? Okay, so I don't know if there's actually a card I have to get to see this or see what's happening behind that. Fusion City Hotel Sex Tape Archives. Are you at least 18 years of age? Okay. Yes. Okay. Detention Center Rape Archive. Oh god. This is some sick shit. Are you sure about this? Yes, I am. Are you at least 18 years of age? No, I'm not, but I'm gonna say yes. Here's your badge number. Here it is. Oh god. Okay. Okay. What the Peter? Okay, you guys watch this filing cabinet. It might be possessed by the devil. I don't know. Okay. Don't let it kill me. Project Purity Online. Jothiel reported I keep saying his name wrong. I don't know how to say that. How do you pronounce that? If you guys know how to pronounce that, let me know, because I don't know. I'm gonna call him Jeff. Jeff reported about Project Purity up and running in the DC area turned out to be true. After several years of our scientists traveling to DC, studying the reactor, obtaining parts, and building a smaller version here, we are happy to report we now have a Project Purity reactor up and running in Fusion City. Our needs for water for the foreseeable future are taken care of. Neutral-looking artificial light. A major health problem living underground has been seasonal affective disorder, or SAD for short, caused by lack of natural sunlight. Symptoms of SAD include depression, inability to concentrate, urges to eat unhealthy foods, all which leave the affected residents overweight, less productive at work, and with strains personal relationships. After decades of research into lighting alternatives, we appear to have cracked the code, so to speak. We are going to install the new lighting system in Fusion City University as a test, gather data for years, and if it all goes well, we will move the new light system into the rest of Fusion City. Once installed, the new full spectrum lighting with fake windows at the university should make it feel like the space has natural sunlight flooding in. We're also adding natural sounds all over the PA system and a night and day cycle to provide more immersive outdoor experience. Surveillance hologram tech. Expanding our light technology, we have developed a better system for a one-way hidden camera surveillance. Previously, we've had to use cameras hidden in vents or in one-way glasses, but with the help from a few of our visiting guests from the Institute, we enveloped a one-way glass technology that eliminates the need for mirrors. Now one side of the wall can be a mirror, while the other side appears to be just a wall. This will further lower the risk of our surveillance program being exposed. New computers. In return for showing her how our Fusion City reactor works, Ali Fillmore from the Institute, aka Sylvania Spice, the Dominatrix, when she's working as a dominatrix here in Fusion City, was able to score us new computers from the Institute. So far we've replaced everything in the Intel, Initech, and Archive Log department. Maybe someday we'll replace the computers in the old legal and PR department. Maybe not. Teleportation. Oh shit. As part of our ongoing technology information sharing agreement with Ali Fillmore from the Institute, we have successfully copied the Institute teleportation mechanism here in Fusion City. Guests of Club Fusion and Fusion City can now be teleported here directly, instead of having to make a lengthy and dangerous journey by foot or caravan from other parts of the Commonwealth. As with any new technology, it will take some time for the general public to become comfortable enough about the safety use of teleporters regularly. So we don't anticipate the teleportation services that currently escort guests from Fusion City outgoing to business immediately, but over time we should be able to mostly phase them out. That will free up a significant portion of the budget we are currently using to spend on security and transport. Sex robots. Oh god. We haven't made any material progress on this program lately. Alan Bennett has had a difficult time coming up with excuses to get away from the Institute. And of course those prudes won't provide him with any funding to study it there. Alan remains optimistic his program will eventually be successful. While since freed from the Institute are currently some of the most successful dancers and escorts in Fusion City, the research he's working on would take it to a whole new level. Personal jetpacks. Oh shit. After some additional thought, this program has been discontinued as a matter of public safety. Since cannabis is legal here, we realized that combining that with a jetpack would be disastrous for the economy. Who is gonna show up for work and sanitation department when they can just fucking smoke pot and fly all day? Civilization would crumble. Oh shit. Okay, gotta make sure that fucking computer doesn't eat my soul. Vault-Tec's secret HQ in Texas destroyed. Oh shit! Prior to the Great War, Initech was a subsidiary of Vault-Tec. Lombard, who still runs Initech today, albeit as a robot, reported to the executives in Vault-Tec's secret vault located northwest of Texas. As background, prior to the war, Vault-Tec, of course, knew all about all the social experiments and all the 122 official vaults the federal government hired it to build. Vault-Tec had no intentions of living underground with a bunch of human cattle in facilities that were initially defective, so they created their own facilities to keep it a secret from the federal government. The facilities became known internally as secret vaults. As far as we know, the secret vault was used for the FEV research, robotic system, electrical weapons, special biological weapons, medical research on restoring organic tissue damaged or mutated due to radiation, and their own Tesla and power armor models. But we lost contact with the secret vault after the Great War. Since then, Initech has operated on its own, serving its own objectives rather than Vault-Tec's. There were rumors at first, but has been confirmed. The secret vault and all of its research were destroyed by the nuclear warhead, activated during some sort of civil war there. We aren't exactly sure what happened, but the details are sketchy, as only a small number of vault dwellers managed to escape and accounts differ from what really happened. Vault-Tec's, oh god, they have secret vaults in the Commonwealth. We haven't had communication with this vault since before the Great War. We aren't sure if anyone there is still alive. To the extent they have emerged from their vault to explore the Commonwealth, we haven't detected signs of them yet. Lombard assures us that Vault-Tec is monitoring our activity, but that's most likely just propaganda. Oh shit, now we're going to the fucking piece de resistance. This baby right here. We've been hacked. We appear to have been hacked. Not sure how that's even fucking possible, but the unauthorized access occurred on New Year's Eve, the night of the big Club Fusion party. Whoever broke into the system had access to all of our intel logs records for the past 60 fucking years. We have no leads at the present. Additional security measures will be implemented to prevent further infiltrations. Surveillance of Fusion City residents. We have not yet apprehended the individuals responsible for the New Year's security breach, but as the systems are completely inaccessible from the outside of the complex, we are confident that the intruder had help from the inside. To assist with our investigation, Lombard has authorized us to begin temporarily warrantless surveillance of Fusion City residents to catch the traitor/traitors living among us. Milton Adams security risk. We have removed Milton Adams, the chief architect of our surveillance system, from his post in the IT department and transferred him over to custodial position in Storage B warehouse facility. Milton objected to the surveillance system he designed being used against Fusion City residents. When the domestic surveillance program was implemented on March of 2284, Milton agreed to keep the program confidential, provided it was temporary measures to identify and apprehend the infiltrators. But recently he had voiced growing discontent over 1. Violation of Fusion City core principles, protection against warrantless search and seizures. 2. Lack of credible intel from the surveillance program that could lead to the capture of 1/284 hackers. And 3. The temporary nature of the surveillance program extended and morphing into something permanent. Milton broke his confidentiality agreement and reported the program to Fusion City Council. Normally, that would be grounds for incarceration in the detention facility, but to avoid accusations of improperly punishing whistleblowers, we transferred him to the custodial position in Storage B warehouse instead. The official reason given for the transfer were that Milton was having trouble with his TPS, reports and had become really flaky recently. Source of the 2284 breach. Oh god. Based on the journal we recovered from the mysterious lookout over Vault 111, which we are holding here for further analysis, it appears the unknown spy who was staking out Vault 111 works for the Railroad, and may also be the person responsible for hacking our network back in January 2284. We still don't know his identity, only that he claims to have a son, and believes his father to be the director of the Institute. But that could just be some rambling from a crazy person. Efforts to tail the spy stalking out Vault 111 and detain him for questioning was unsuccessful. He is apparently skilled in the art of evasion and disguise. This puts us in an awkward position with the Railroad. Through our relationship with Dr. Carrington, we rely on the Railroad to provide us escape synths as dancers for Club Fusion, and Club Fusion dancers are arguably our best source of intel on the Commonwealth as a result of their accessibility. This puts us in an awkward situation with the Railroad. Through the relationship with Dr. Carrington, we rely on the Railroad to provide escape synths as dancers for Club Fusion, and Club Fusion dancers are arguably our best source of intel on the Commonwealth, as a result of their ability to coax information from drunk and horny club patrons. If we accuse the Railroad of employing a spy to hack us and demand they reveal the spy's identity, we risk unnecessarily jeopardizing the relationship. For now, we will continue to investigate the Railroad spy on our own. I think they're talking about Deacon. Hacked again! Oh shit! We got hacked again. Same time as the Club Fusion Halloween party last night. Not sure if it was the same Railroad agent as before or someone new. How could they keep pulling this off? Milton Adams detained. We have confirmed the source of the Halloween hack of our intel and prisoner security networks as coming from a terminal located within the building. Problem is, we haven't been able to locate the terminal yet. In what is probably not a coincidence, we received a notice yesterday from Club Fusion Council of a formal investigation to our detention center policies, procedures, and inmate roster. We suspect Milton Adams of somehow being behind this latest hack, as we are sure it happened from the inside and can't identify anyone else with the skills to pull it off. To discredit Milton for any information he may have leaked about the detention program, and to secure ourselves against future cyber attacks, we have formally charged Milton, apprehended him, and placed him in the detention center in Detention Wing 2. Open the safe. Oh shit, I locked it again. And open the door. What do you got in this safe? Where's the safe at? Shit, alright, now we gotta read the journal. So much reading in this episode. Holy shit.
I ever tell you about the time I was in Capital Wasteland?
I put myself under the knife every year or two. It keeps our enemies guessing.
I'm a liar. Everyone knows it. I make no secret of it. But believe this one thing. I'm in your corner. Always have been. Welcome to the family.
What? I knew it was Deacon. Okay. I feel awful for leaving my son alone at the Railroad HQ to come out here, but he's in good hands there. This lookout post over Vault 111 is a long shot, but it's the only remaining lead I've got. I know my grandparents are in there, likely both alive in cryostasis, but there's no way in. I'm convinced they are the key to accessing the Institute and finding my real father. So here, I sit, waiting. Fun times. But I'm so used to it. Covert intelligence involves a lot of waiting around. Being a spy is like sitting in a doctor's reception area for 24 hours a day. You read magazines, sip coffee, and every so often someone tries to kill you. Back in the early '84, when Tinker Tom posed as the DJ for Club Fusion's New Year's Eve party, and helped me hack into Anytech's archives. I had no idea it would lead me here. I wasn't even looking for the info I found, and at the time I just wanted intel on Dr. Zimmer and the Institute, and I knew Anytech had it. Also, I hoped they had something, anything on the disappearance of my wife, but no luck. There. It was August 13th, 2258. Entry from Anytech Project Purity logs that started to piece things together for me. When the man I thought was my father died in the Project Purity reactor in DC 10 years ago, the synth chip we found on his body made absolutely no sense until I read that entry. Through intel from Escape Synths and various Institute sightings, I've basically confirmed what I feared. My real father runs the Institute. Fucked up, right? Sometimes I wonder if there's still good in him. If he can be turned. But I have to remind myself, this isn't a Star Wars movie. Oh shit! That's absolutely wild. Holy shit. So, if you guys didn't piece it together...
Get some!
Oh shit. Basically what happened is... I chopped that guy's head off. And also... the father from Fallout 3 is Sean, is what they're trying to say. And also, Deacon is his son. So, Peter is our great-great-grandbaby. Oh, Peter, you're my great-great-grandbaby, and I've hit you more times than I really should have, but I'm so sorry about that. Peter, I'm so glad we had this revelation. Hit. Shit. Turn off that alarm. Damn, were you the last one? Oh, shit.
Hey, what was that? Got you.
Ellen,
Good
stuck.
riddance.
Alright, Peter, let's move.
Got a live one.
The fuck was that? What the fuck was that? Who threw a fucking... Who's shooting rockets? Who is shooting rockets? Like a fucking madman. Oh my god. Wait, why did I pull this out?
Boom, boom, baby!
I'm gonna die. Peter can't see his grandpappy die like this. Who is shooting rockets? Oh, it's you, you fucking douchebag. Hey, what's up? And she did. Oh shit. Oh, I think I put that Stimpack in my ass. Oh, just at the right time. Alright. Let's get moving. Come on, Peter.